What's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a recording of a good friend of Van and I, right here on the in the white gi, Junior Ortega. So he's gonna start the match. So they tie up, and it looks like they both want to pull guard because, as you can see, they're both leaning backwards. But Junior, he's gonna put his right foot up, and he's gonna pull guard first. So he pulls guard, and since his opponent's weight was back, his opponent kind of fell backward a little bit too. And now, as you can see, what Junior is doing is he's putting this hook as a de la riva, and he's using his hands to pull his opponent in, but his foot right here is exposed. So his opponent is going to jump on the footlock, and to alleviate the footlock, Junior is going to invert to get out of it. So he puts the de la riva hook, and then now his opponent falls in. So right here, as you can see, what Junior starts to do is he starts to spin to invert to clear this foot off so that his opponent can't really get a nice bite with both of his legs on Junior's leg, and his foot's going to slip out. And after a short scramble, Junior's going to come up on top momentarily. He's going to come on top, but then now he saw that other leg available, so he went for like a knee bar on that one, and they have a small footlock exchange, and now they both settle back into just Junior playing guard and his opponent on top. So now Junior likes a lot of lapel work. So let's back up a little bit. So what he does is he's going to take this lapel out, and he's going to start to reinforce his hooks with that lapel. So watch what he's going to do. He passes it through to the other leg, and now he starts to work to reinforce it to keep his opponent locked in. And with his other hand now, he's grabbing us the sleeve grip, and he breaks his opponent's grips to make sure that his opponent can't control his leg. So here, Junior now, he has a really sticky position, and it's going to be really hard for his opponent to move or do much of anything. So he has the lapel and a de la riva with his left, and he has a lasso with his right. And now he's looking to use that to invert and to use that to, like, berimbolo and come on top. So here, as you can see, his opponent just like seated very low, a little bit away from Junior. He's on his shoelaces, so all his weight is directly below him. He's not pressuring Junior at all. And now Junior is going to look to start to off balance him, working to get him into multiple directions. Junior has opportunities to sweep him towards us, towards this way, but his opponent looks like he's slightly leaning towards his right or Junior's left, so it's making it a little bit hard. So that's why Junior is going to choose to invert into that direction. So as you can see, Junior is kind of rocking left and right, just trying to create some motion and trying to off balance his opponent. And for his opponent, he has to break a number of things. He has to first break this lasso. Then he has to break the de la riva hook. He has to break that lapel control that Junior has. And now Junior here, this was an important moment. Since his opponent was not pushing forward, Junior sensed the opportunity that he could just like wrestle and come up to the top. So he lets go of the sleeve, he grabs the collar, and he's going to look to start to wrestle from the de la riva position. And now, as you can see, his opponent lowers, and now they're almost like in a wrestling fight where they're both kind of head to head in front of each other. And now his opponent leaned forward. So as soon as his opponent leaned forward, Junior, he reaches this hand in the collar. And I hope Junior's not going to get too mad at me, but he really loves the... if you want me to take it off, Junior, let me know. He likes to use this hand right here, and he's a specialist in the loop chokes, and he's gonna look to set up a loop choke, and that's exactly what he was looking for. He was pushing into his opponent, and as he pushes back in, he's gonna look for that choke. And he's gonna actually use the loop choke later to win the fight. He's gonna use it as a sweep. So now his opponent is pressuring in, and Junior still has that grip. And he just said something to somebody. I think somebody was saying something, and he was like, I got it. So now he's setting it up. So as you can see, he had that grip a second ago. He grabs the pants, and he's going to use this to loop it over his opponent's head. And as you can see, his head is way off to the side. His head should be more underneath Junior's head, and also his knee should be through the middle. So Junior loops it, and now Junior is going to use this to roll completely underneath his opponent. So his opponent is doing a good job by doing a crossface here, but that's not going to stop the sweep. So Junior uses that and rolls underneath his opponent, and now he comes directly on top of him, comes through north-south, and notice how Junior is on his balls of his feet. His hip is up, and he's using that to drive his head down to smash and pressure his opponent. And right here, he's again on his feet, and now since his opponent's slightly on his side, Junior's going to look to circle this to this direction, but they're going to end up out of bounds, I believe. Well, now Junior's looking for a clock choke, and in a small scramble, they end up out of bounds, and his opponent traps Junior in close guard, and now they're going to start to reset in the middle. When they reset, notice Junior's posture. He has a perfect posture right over here. He's getting ready to stand up because he's on the balls of his feet. He has a nice wide base. He's establishing his grips. And his opponent is taller, and a lot of times taller partners with longer legs, they use that to use the legs to bring you in, etc. So now they're having a short friendly exchange. I think the referee maybe didn't give Junior the points, or there was some confusion on the points. Guys, Junior's a very close friend of mine. He runs Bronx BJJ, and he's doing a great job during this time by providing his students a lot of content. So definitely hit him up and check him out. I'm gonna put all of his information down below, right over here. So a lot of times, you have to stay patient. Just stay warm, obviously, but you can't get restless and just have to wait until you can fight again. So yeah, there was some kind of confusion, but now they're going to be back. All right. So guys, to open up the closed guard, like the most effective way, in my opinion, is to stand up. But a lot of times opening a closed guard is just anticipating the opening. You have to wait until the person attacks, and then as soon as they attack, as you can see, his opponent's opening his legs, and Junior's already priming himself to stand up and slip a knee in the middle. So it's a lot of times counter fighting from inside of the closed guard. It's sometimes if somebody doesn't want to open up a closed guard, it's really hard, and that's a lot of times where beginners struggle, because they try to rush it or they try to force it, and then they get swept or submitted. So now his opponent's going for like a rubber guard. He looks pretty flexible, he has pretty long legs, and Junior, when he senses the opportunity, he's going to rip out of it posture and back out from the rubber guard. So as the opponent starts to switch the hand and he's going for the omoplata, Junior rips out. So let's back up a little bit. So just a millisecond. So right here, his opponent is going to start to switch the hand. When he switches the hand, he doesn't really get an angle. And what happens is when his foot passes in front of Junior's head, he's flat. So there's going to be a small gap, and Junior's going to use that small gap to rip that arm out. Let me see if I can get that frame. Yeah, it was a little bit quick. So he was able to rip it out because there was a small space in between. Actually, in the gi, it should have been a little bit harder because of the friction. And now, as you can see, Junior's controlling the hips with his one arm. With the other hand, he's controlling the collar, and he's going to start to set up his passing with those grips. So his opponent also has a nice collar grip. Well, now he let go. He's looking behind the head grip. Junior's open for an arm triangle here, but maybe his opponent's baiting that and looking to use that as a sweep. And now what Junior was looking, he's looking to pass this collars to the other hand, so, to go for like bravos and things like that. So now Junior's up by 2 points, and this is a black belt masters match. So the match is 6 minutes, and I think his opponent just gave Junior a stalling call. I'm not sure why. So yeah, the match is 6 minutes. Junior's up, so there's maybe a minute left in the match. So he knows that he can win with the two, but he's still looking to pass. He's still looking to advance. You know, looking for the sub. So now he's backing away from the spider. He doesn't want to engage. He doesn't want to load his weight on top of his partner. Notice how he keeps his posture the whole time. His opponent looks to throw up a triangle, but Junior has his knee in the middle ready to defend. And now his opponent's, he knows he's down. And probably his corner is screaming to him to score. So he's looking to advance. So he's, you know, being really active. Looks at the clock. And the time is probably going to expire soon. And Junior won. Junior won. I believe he got gold in this division that day. This was from a New York Open. You know, so really happy for him. Great performance. I believe he had 3 fights here. All right. So guys, thank you for listening to this breakdown. Junior, thank you for all your work that you're doing. Bronx Jiu-Jitsu. Hope to see you guys when everything is back to normal. Planning, Van and I are going to go over there for a seminar, and Junior is going to come to Masterskya, so we're going to have some fun. And thank you guys again. All right, take care. Stay safe, everybody.